Hello, dears. I'm back. Hi. I came back. Oh my God. The TikTok, whatever it does with the lighting, is just bonkers. It's like adjust. Now I'm like super glowy. I look like I've been sweating. Have you been sweating? We all sweating a little bit these days, right? How are you? So I'm going to keep this one short, but, well, I say that. We'll see. The proof is in the pudding. We'll see what actually happens here. I don't know that that was the appropriate saying for that, but whatever. Here we are. I had a friend, thank you for your comment, ask me on here what I think is happening right now. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but what I think he was referencing, thanks, Harry, is like what I think is happening with like the big picture right now. And I love geeking out about all of this stuff because when we zoom up to the big picture, it brings us back to our power. And there's a lot of it that we can't actually know, that we are taking on faith based on the best of our intuitive insights, based on what our gut is telling us, based on the logic that we can deduct from seeing the patterns and from other people who are affirming what we sense is true. So I'm going to make this as short as I possibly can. Big picture, what I see happening right now is that we are in a massive evolution. It's happening on the planetary level, it's happening on a species level, it's happening for like every being that is part of this existence on Earth right now. Excuse me. Okay, I'm belching. It's nothing new for me. But when I start to talk energy, it usually comes through more. So I'm sorry in advance. You're going to get unfiltered here, except for whatever TikTok does with this lighting situation. Okay. I'm just going to let myself drop in a little bit here. So right now we are in a state of massive global evolution. And it looks and feels like everything is going wrong, and like the world is coming to an end, or it could at least, and it is in one sense. But my dears, this is a good thing because this world has not been working for anybody. Even though it looks like it's working for some people, the people who are at the top right now, like the top of this patriarchal food chain, right? What do you think it's like to live their lives of hate and greed and separation and fear of people coming for them, fear of losing what they've acquired? What do you think it's like to live lives that have you be so disconnected from others that you feel like you are so right and righteous, or callous, and there is no empathy left, right? It's not working for them either. And so right now, things are being shaken up in a really big way so that we have an opportunity to see everything is being revealed, right? We're at a time when nothing is hidden anymore. I mean, some things are still hidden, and I'm guessing that there will still be things that are revealed that are atrocious and scary and surprising. I mean, honestly, we're kind of at a place where it feels like nothing is surprising anymore, right? But that is where we come in. Those of us who were like, whoa, how did I not know history of Black America? Or I knew knew like the version that was politically correct to teach in schools in the 80s and 90s, right? How did I not know more about Indigenous rights and their history of everything that was taken, that has been taken? How did I not know about boarding schools until recently? I mean, there's so much that was withheld from us so that we would keep the status quo going, right? And now we are seeing all of it. We're seeing, I mean, we've seen enough of the Epstein files, right? That there should be some things happening, and my guess is that there will be, but we need to keep leaning in and keep pushing for liberation for all, right? We are being placed in a situation where we are uncomfortable enough that we are being shaken out of our stupor, our complacency, so we can choose if we want to fight for each other and find each other again and connect with each other and bring ourselves back to a civilization that works in the name of every single one of us, from the entire spectrum of humanity down to the tiniest little ants, those bees that are working their butts off just trying to keep pollinating so we all have food. The rocks, the rivers, the trees, all of this, we are all in this together, and we are seeing what happens when there is a framework in place that is all about consumption and taking and separation and looking out for ourselves, and it trains in this need to look out for our own individual interests, and it separates us from each other. It has us forget that when things are good for you, they are good for me. When things are good for me, they're good for you. And it has been in effect for so many thousands of years that we are seeing what happens when a civilization is run this way. And we are so globally connected now that what happens on one side now impacts what happens on the other, right? And so this is a massive collective project we're working on now, where we get to choose. We get to see firsthand what is happening, and we get to say, not on my watch. So, my friends, I invite you into this. What is it for you in this journey right now? There's so much more I could say about this. So if there's anything that like I referenced in passing that you're like, what the hell do you mean by that? Or you're like, yeah, that feels right. Or you're like, no, I want to hear all of it. I'm here for the conversations. I'm especially here for the conversations, this is new for me, that don't feel like they're same, because I feel now more than ever, it's super important for us to not just stick in our little cliques, our echo chambers, the people who are speaking our language, right? We definitely need to bolster each other and support each other. But more than ever, it's really important that we are reaching out across all the lines. If it feels safe for us, being willing to open up our hearts to one another and hear where people are coming from and why we are thinking the way we're thinking and why we're feeling the way we're feeling. Because if we keep staying in our own little cliques, I don't think that's how we're actually going to reach a version of humanity that that works for everybody. And I understand that there is deep hurt and there is deep fear and pain and lack of trust. And that is what we are being called into, is to, in spite of this, be willing to reach out to one another, find ways to reconnect. One of my favorite books on this is Valerie Kaur's See No Stranger. Maybe we start there. Okay, my 10 minutes of TikTok time is winding up, so I'm gonna stop it there. But I love you. Let's keep chatting. Let me know what questions you have.